Hi, I'm Dr. Kavita. Please do watch, share, subscribe to my channel. I'm giving continuous description of the videos related to medical aspects. Please do watch them. Today I'm discussing about what are the key components of effective education for geriatric caregivers. Geriatrics means care of the elderly, care of the older people. The key components of effective education for geriatrics caregivers include: first one, assessment of caregiver needs and goals. Tailoring education by evaluating caregivers' current knowledge, skills, learning preferences, and priorities through surveys, interviews, or observations ensures relevance and engagement. We have to assess how the caregiver can give the support to the elder people through it can be assessed through surveys, interviews, or observations. Next, clear practical content delivery. Using simple jargon free language, visual aids, demonstrations, and examples helps caregivers understand complex concepts and apply skills effectively. Opportunities for practice and feedback are essential. We have to allow the caregiver to learn complex concepts and apply skills effectively. We have to give them some knowledge how to deal with geriatrics age group people. How to what are the topics that can be covered in developing a caregiver to give support to the geriatrics age people? First one, we have to assess the caregiver whether he can give a safe physical activity and exercise for older adults. Even though they are elder people, they need some kind of exercise to maintain their metabolic health. Caregiver should be able to maintain the elderly person to have a safe physical activity and exercise. Next topic, management of chronic conditions like diabetes and arthritis should be known by the caregiver. He should be able to give the diabetic medication as per timing to the elderly people. He should be a supportive person in dealing with the pain of arthritis of elderly people. Next, communication strategies with care recipients and healthcare providers. Healthcare provider can come once in a week or twice in a week or once in 15 days and can assess the caregiver support and give him some communication strategies. The caregiver should be able to accumulate those components in dealing with geriatrics care. Next, stress management and self care techniques to reduce caregiver burden. Caregivers also are human beings, and some sort of stress management and self care techniques should be sought to caregivers to reduce caregiver burden. Next, safety protocols including fall prevention and emergency response. Elders are more prone to fall, and we have to prevent the fall, otherwise, it leads to hazards. So, caregivers should know how to prevent the fall in elderly and how to deal with emergency responses. Next, specialized care such as dementia care and palliative and end of life care. End of life care is very important, and caregivers should know how to be pathetic to the human beings, how to be able to assess the dementia risk, how to deal with dementia, how to do brain exercising to the elderly, all these aspects. Incorporation of adult learning principles. Respecting caregivers' experiences, encouraging active participation, reflection, and using varied teaching methods increases learning effectiveness. Emotional and psychological support. Addressing caregiver motivation, emotional state, and family dynamics enhances learning and caregiving quality. There should be some psychological support by the family to the caregivers so that the caregiver can get motivated and he will be in an emotional state to deal with the family dynamics. He'll learn more and his caregiving quality will also improve. Ongoing and continuous training. Regular updates on care techniques and medical advancements maintain caregiver competence and confidence, supporting long term caregiving success and professional growth. Caregiver can also become a professional in dealing with elderly skin care, elderly brain health, elderly metabolic health, elderly physical health, and whatnot. So he should be given adequate training. He or she should be given adequate training as a caregiver, and he should go ongoing and continuous training also. Multimodal delivery. Combining online modules, face to face sessions, interactive discussions, and follow ups maximizes accessibility and retention. We should give the caregiver some of the videos in his own language that he has sought, and he should be able to learn those videos. He can interact through face to face sessions, he can get interaction through discussions, and he can learn more to access more and retain more and deal with elderly care. Supportive environment and teamwork. Coordination among healthcare professionals and involving family support fosters a positive learning atmosphere and comprehensive care and gives the support to the caregivers who in turn support the elderly in their end of life care or in their elderly age. These components collectively empower caregivers with knowledge, skills, confidence, and emotional resilience to provide high quality, safe, and person centered care for older adults. Thank you. Please do watch, share, subscribe to my channel. And medical students, what do you read about? Read about geriatrics. What is geriatrics? How do elderly people deal with chronic ailments? What kind of caregiver support is needed for arthritis in the elderly people? What is the end of life care? What is palliative care? What is continuous care in elderly? What is the end of life care in elderly with cancers? What is the nutritional support that has to be given by the caregivers to the elderly? How do we prevent falls as a caregiver to the elderly? What is the support that as a family should give to the caregiver to deal with the elderly? What are the interactive sessions that can be done, and what are the topics to be discussed when a healthcare provider visits an elderly, and how he has to guide the caregiver to deal with the elderly? Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel.